Hello viewers, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Tarnia Green Show. It's always a pleasure to have you join me. Last show we focused on natural hair versus chemically processed hair. And I have to say this show has received some overwhelming reviews. Interestingly, because of the show, there is now a greater consciousness about the need for women to grow their hair natural. On today's show, we highlight Dominican women who are involved in doing great things in the art and entertainment arena. Find out who some of these great and inspiring women are. That's coming up on this edition of the Tarnia Green Show. Stay tuned.
Unlock the secrets of the Nature Isle with the hotel at the heart of Dominica. Whether relaxing or over on business, the Fort Young is perfectly placed for all your needs, providing comfort and elegance in every room. Our Palisades restaurant features Caribbean classics reinvented with fresh produce from our hills and our seas that connects with a view to dine for. The Fort Young is the best place to meet on island, providing the widest selection of meeting options. The island is filled with natural bounties, and adventurers have been drawn to Dominica for centuries. Fort Young Hotel, the key to Dominica.
Accurate, dependable. We go where others have not gone before. We bring you in-depth reporting on the stories that matter. Tune in weeknights from 8:30 p.m. to 767 News, with repeats at 10:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. the following morning. 767 News, Dominica's #1 news source, only on Digital Play TV, Channel 3.
You're watching the Tarnia Green Show. In recent times, Dominican women have increasingly taken their rightful place in society and are continuously making remarkable contributions in the workplace, in the community, in the church, in the parliament, in so many areas worth mentioning. The Tarnia Green Show takes pride in highlighting the achievements and accomplishments of others. The show is really a platform for promoting everything positive in Dominica. I'm happy to tell you that Dominican Kellen George is among 60 young people from across the Commonwealth who have been recognized as exceptional leaders in their community. In June of this year, Kellen will be the first Dominican to receive the prestigious Queen's Long Young Leaders Award. The award, which will be presented in London by Queen Elizabeth II, is part of the Queen's Young Leaders Program, which celebrates the achievements of young people who are taking the lead to transform the lives of others and make a lasting difference in their communities. It's my pleasure now to welcome Kellen George to the Tarnia Green Show. Thank you, Kellen, for joining me on the show. It's such a pleasure to have you. How are you doing today?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right. For those of us who don't know anything about Kellen George, who is Kellen George?
Well, Kellen is just an individual who comes from humble beginnings and, just passionate about giving back to the community and trying to make a better place for everybody.
Okay. So which part of Dominica are you from?
I am from Maho. I was born and raised there. A city that never sleeps. It's a nice community. Actually, everybody's very close-knit and I love it.
What was life like growing up in the community of Maho?
It was indeed very interesting. I mean, you have the good and the bad of everybody, but in Maho, you have the sense of community. Everybody knows everybody, so you can, like, as a child growing up, I could, like, misstep and, my parents would not find out about it or something. If I took 2 steps in the wrong direction, I'd be quickly pulled back, so I like that about it.
Okay. Did you come from a large family?
I do
with
have
siblings and all that?
I do have a large extended family, and up until recently, I was an only child. But now I have 2 little brothers, and it's a pleasure watching them every day grow
Okay.
up.
Now, Kellen, I'm so excited. We mentioned earlier in the show that you're going to be receiving this great award. But before we talk about that, let's talk about you. What secondary school did you go to?
I went to the convent high school. I went to St. Martin Primary School. These are my alma maters.
Yes.
I enjoyed going to school like any other childhood, and I got good grades. I did well, so I'm happy for that.
Okay, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
Now I am understanding that you have a medical situation.
Yes.
A medical situation which has had some disadvantage in your life, but it has always also brought some good in your life.
Right.
Talk to me about that situation.
Well, I was born with sickle cell anemia disease, and it's a genetic blood disorder that hinders, the ability of the red blood cells to uptake oxygen and transport it to your body. However, knowing that and being fully aware of that, I, have always been aware of healthy living, healthy lifestyles, doing what is need to be done to make sure your body functions properly. So it has never really debilitated me to the point where I could not go on. So
when did you realize you had sickle cell anemia?
It's something that I was born with. Both my parents have traits, so they passed it on to me, and I got the full-blown disease. So you're born with sickle cell disease. You also have the chance of being born with sickle cell trait, but I was lucky enough. I always tell people I'm lucky to have been born with this disease because it taught me life lessons from a very early age.
What is sickle cell?
Sickle cell is the shape of the red blood cells. It's usually round, and because it's missing a hemoglobin group for all the medical technical people out there. The shape, it's like crescent shape or moon shape. So the shape, what happens is the blood cells stick together and they get stuck at the joints in your blood vessels and causes really, really painful episodes that they call crisis. So, and when your body is not being fueled, your body tissues are not being fueled by the blood, other complications are quick to arise. So, you look at me now and I'm always smiling and happy, and a lot of people don't know what I've gone through. Nobody will tell you, unless my friends or my family, nobody will tell you that, I've suffered multi-organ failure, I've been in a coma, or currently I'm on sick leave because of sickle cell disease affecting my bones and causing bone death. But I'm the type of person that have a passion for life. I continue to persevere. So I never let anything to do with my disease keep me back from anything that I want to achieve. So I just say, let's deal with it, and then we can move on from there.
Oh, I admire your strength.
Thank you.
I admire your strength because it takes someone with perseverance and goodwill to withstand the challenges that you've had as a result of sickle cell. You've set up an organization. Talk to me about that.
I established the Sickle Cell Cares Foundation. It's non-profit because I was doing some research after I graduated university. I was doing some research and I found out that there's a 35% prevalence of sickle cell disease on the island.
35%?
35%.
Are you hearing that, people? 35%?
It's sickle cell disease. Let me clarify. Sickle cell disease not only means sickle cell anemia, it also means sickle cell traits. People dealing with beta thalassemia, it's a rare form of sickle cell disease. So, there are a lot of people with traits and they don't know it, and they might think they're lethargic because it's something they did or whatever, but they don't realize that they need to rest, their body needs rest because they have a sickle cell trait or sickle cell disease or some other form of sickle cell disease.
Okay, so you've put together this organization. What is the name of the organization?
Sickle Cell Cares Foundation.
Sickle Cell Cares Foundation.
Right.
And what is the driving force behind that organization?
I want to create greater awareness initially. I want people to know that there's a high number of sickle cell disease in Dominica, and I want, to inform people that there are ways you can live healthy lifestyles and live long lifestyles with sickle cell disease.
How are you sensitizing people?
We have taken to the media. We have, up until recently during Carnival, we have had pageant contestants speak about sickle cell disease. They've had their platforms be sickle cell disease, and it created a lot of awareness during that time, and I was very pleased to have that. I also plan in the future to get more involved in the media, have forums, have videos, have support groups, and long term in the future I would like to have a sickle cell clinic where people can come and get the care that they need, whether it's a blood transfusion or they just need, some fluid or some pain medication or something. They'll be able to come and get that at no charge, free of cost.
Oh, that's excellent. That's a great humanitarian work that you're doing. I commend you for that.
Thank you. I'm just taking it one step at a time. I'm trying my best, and hopefully everything works out so that I can be a greater force to give back to the community.
How did Queen Elizabeth find out about you?
I received an email asking me to submit information about, the work I've been doing from the Queen's Jubilee Trust, and it turns out that someone had nominated me for the award. And they say, well, you just made the short list. Well, considering that we have so many applications, we've had thousands and thousands of applications, and then in December I got a call saying that I've been chosen, and I was like shocked. I was completely dumbfounded. Then I started screaming out at work. It was crazy.
Oh my God, that's great. That's great stuff. That's really, really, really good, And so you'll be receiving this award in June next month.
Yes.
I'm sorry, in June of this year, 2015. Yes. You will actually have the opportunity to meet the Queen of England.
Yes.
Oh dear, goodness.
That is such an honor, and I often feel like, I'm undeserving of such an award.
You are so deserving of the award.
No, but I see a lot of other young people out in the community giving back, taking the steps and giving. I think I could identify like a million other people that could be receiving this award.
Kellen, you are special. You are deserving of this award.
Oh, thank you.
Humbly accept it. It's yours.
I shall do that.
Okay. Talk to me about the support that you've been getting from the wider community towards your organization.
Well, as for right now, the support from the wider community comes from, people like you reaching out to come and talk about this. So now when others see it while they watch TV, they'll become more aware that this exists. They'll have a place to come and find some information. We have the website up, and, people usually sign up on there because they want to become more active. I've had people come up to me in the streets like, that sickle cell thing you're doing, my son has sickle cell, I need you to come talk to him. And I'm like, sure, just give me a call whenever you're ready. I will do my best. Mm-hmm. Caris Nation, which is a former Queen contestant pageant, her family, her brother has it, and she came to me and she's like, he's so depressed, and I gave her some advice. I told her, well, this is what I do, this is what works for me. I'm not sure if it's going to work for your brother, but it's something that he can try. He can talk to his doctor about it. Mm-hmm. So I think they've been looking into that, and that makes me happy, because if I can at least, help one person, it'll make me happy.
Oh, that's excellent. Today you feel well?
Today I took a lot of painkillers and I made my way here because I wanted to share my message.
So is that an ongoing thing, like a daily, that you have to take all these medications?
I take my medications regularly because it's good for my health. But recently I've been on sick leave because I'm having a complication from sickle cell anemia called osteonecrosis. And what that happens is the blood flow to my leg is interrupted at the hip, and the bone has started dying. So I've been off of work for a while, and I have to seek treatment. So that's an ongoing process, and as soon as I'm fully recovered, I can do something more.
Okay. But I'm so inspired. I'm so inspired by you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for people like you. I feel that this world is a better place because of people like you.
I can only
And
try.
you have a purpose in this life.
You have to make up a purpose for yourself in life. If this is something you want to do, anybody, I will say, find something that you love doing, find something that you're passionate about, and work towards it. Just even if it takes small little steps at a time. Eventually you get there. So I'm happy that I'm taking it one day at a time, one step at a time as I can, and I'm seeing positive results. So.
Okay, great. Kellen George sharing with us her story, sickle cell anemia, living with the disease. But she's not deterred. She's inspired. She's motivating others. She's assisting others through her organization. We want to thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. I should also tell you that 3 other young people from the Eastern Caribbean and Barbados will also be recognized by the Queen. When the Tarnia Green Show returns, one Dominican woman is heading the way in a major transformation project in the community of Wesley. Find out who this woman is and exactly what this project is all about. That's coming up next. Stay with us.
Unlock the secrets of the Nature Isle with the hotel at the heart of Dominica. Whether relaxing or over on business, the Fort Young is perfectly placed for all your needs, providing comfort and elegance in every room. Our Palisades restaurant features Caribbean classics reinvented with fresh produce from our hills and our seas that connects with a view to dine for. The Fort Young is the best place to meet on island, providing the widest selection of meeting options. The island is filled with natural bounties, and adventurers have been drawn to Dominica for centuries. Fort Young Hotel, the key to Dominica.
Wendy Robin, who hails from the village of Wesley, is the front woman and leader of Wendy Robin and Band. She's one of those entertainers you see and never forget. She's a two-time Beauty Queen winner and is a breathtakingly beautiful and stunning woman full of confidence and great poise. Wendy and her super band, Wendy Robin and Band, have been performing for the last 3 years in Hong Kong and have developed a massive following. She has traveled extensively performing and is back in Dominica on an extended vacation. She joins me now on the Tarnia Green Show. Welcome, Wendy.
Hello, Tarnia.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
It's great to have you.
Lovely to be here.
Who is Wendy Robin?
Wendy Robin. I'm an entertainer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a wife of Ivan, family girl, friend of Carla.
So you grew up in Wesley as a young
Yes,
girl?
yes, I did.
Yes. Talk to me about how that went.
Life was great.
Mhm.
Life was great. I had lots of siblings. I went to primary school there. I had lots of friends. I went to high school there as well. Lots of friends. Had a good life, and then moved to Toronto and finished up high school in Toronto.
Great, excellent. When did you realize that you had the talent of singing?
Oh, singing goes way back in my family. My grandparents, they were very musical. They had bands, and then my uncles, and so it's always been a part of the family. So it was kind of natural.
Yes.
But then when I started off here in a little family band, and then they saw the video with me singing, and as soon as I got to Canada, I joined another family band. So I stayed in that band for a few years, and we did a few original music. Some of you might be familiar with some of the songs that we did. And after that, I started doing a few pageants, and then I put my own band together, started traveling, and then
Okay.
yeah.
You mentioned pageants.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Did you participate in any local pageants in Dominica?
No, I didn't.
No.
I left before the
Yes.
age of pageantry. Actually, when I was a little kid, they do the princess show. So
Yes.
I did that, but I was really shy, so I placed second, and I
Yes.
didn't know how to smile. Can you imagine?
You didn't know how to smile. You
I didn't know
certainly
how to
learned
show
over
my
the years. Nobody smiles wider than Wendy
I'm
now,
making
right?
up for it. Yeah. But later on, then I went to Toronto. There was a Dominica Toronto pageant. I did that one, and then I won. And then I went on to do the Miss Black Ontario pageant, and there was a bigger pageant. There's like 29 contestants,
Yes.
and I won.
Yes.
So for our community, it was a really big deal.
Yes,
And
indeed.
then I was supposed to continue, but I had to go back to school. It was taking away too much of my time. I was in university, so I just stopped because I was also had the music I was doing on the side, so it was a little bit too much.
So talk to me about the music, the type of music that you sing. What sort of genres?
So I do a lot of soul, a little reggae. I do a lot of R&B. I do some calypso as well. I do a little bit of salsa. Do a little bit of rock.
Yes.
But I'm still a Caribbean girl, so that's
Yes, yes.
I still tend to focus in on that type of.
Okay, great. So what has been the response like from the different cultures, from the different, I mean, you travel, what is the feedback like?
Well, the feedback is great because when I entertain, I give all of myself.
So I've heard.
Yes, that's my personality.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more quiet and shy, but when I'm on stage, I give everything that I have.
Yes.
So I think the audience feels that.
Okay.
So when I go to Hong Kong, I got a great following there, Thailand, Indonesia, because I give them a lot of myself.
Okay.
And I'm a hard worker.
What is your favorite song in the world?
favorite song? Ooh, I got so many.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I actually like to perform Simply the Best.
Why?
That's a good song, the Tina
Why?
Turner song.
Why?
Because good energy and a lot of people know it and they get right into it.
And do you think you have the Tina Turner look too?
Yeah, when I perform it, yes.
Oh.
The energy, yes.
Oh, that hair is it's just going on. It has a lot of it going on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, specially designed for Wendy?
Yes, this is from my hair collection, Wendy Robin hair collection.
Wendy Robin hair collection.
That's
Are you
right.
hearing that, folks?
That's right.
So you're gonna put something together for Tanya?
I will put something. Of course. Beautiful Tanya, of course. I will.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Well, I
definitely.
must say it suits you well. You look
Thank you.
stunning.
Thank you, my dear.
Amazingly
So
beautiful
do you.
in that hairdo.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I wonder what I would look like wearing something like
you
that.
look great.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
You
I could
think?
see it. I could picture it. I could picture it already. Definitely.
All right. So, can you, I would like you to sing something for me right now, a cappella.
Okay, what song?
Putting you on the spot
Yeah, what song?
of your choice.
Oh, my. Oh, that's a little ticklish.
It's not.
What's a song that you like?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
song do you like?
Yeah,
What's
simply the best.
Simply, oh.
Yes.
No music, no, oh my goodness. How do
No,
I,
okay, one line. All right, one line. I will not put you on the spot for too long.
Okay.
We're simply the best.
Okay.
Better than all
See,
the
she
rest.
knows.
Am I doing good?
You're doing fantastic.
If I have to sing for a living, would I survive?
Yeah, you do one. You do one. Oh, yeah. Call me when I need you. My heart's on fire. You come to me, wild and wilder. Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounded
Sounded good.
Sounded
Sounded good. Sounded good. When we come back, we'll talk to you about an important initiative being undertaken by Wendy in her community of Wesley. That's coming up next on the other side of the break. Stay with me. If you want to be a guest on The Tanya Green Show, send us an email at thetanyagreenshow@gmail.com.
Unlock the secrets of the Nature Isle with the hotel at the heart of Dominica. Whether relaxing or over on business, the Fort Young is perfectly placed for all your needs, providing comfort and elegance in every room. Our Palisades restaurant features Caribbean classics reinvented with fresh produce from our hills and our seas that connects with a view to dine for. The Fort Young is the best place to meet on island, providing the widest selection of meeting options. The island is filled with natural bounties, and adventurers have been drawn to Dominica for centuries. Fort Young Hotel, the key to Dominica.
Welcome back. You're watching the Tarnia Green Show. Preserving Dominica's natural beauty and maintaining its natural aesthetics has become the focus of some concerned citizens. Wendy Robin, a native of Wesley, over the past few months, through her newly formed Northeastern Beautification and Improvement Group, has been working extensively to beautify the Northeastern community commencing in Wesley. She's hoping that this project will help bring a well-needed facelift to the area to restore the pride it once had. My camera crew and I recently visited Wesley to see firsthand the great work being done there by Wendy and her team. I sat down with Wendy and we had a chat. Here's what I found out. So I am here at the entrance of the Wesley community, and I have with me the lovely Miss Wendy Robin, and we're here to talk about the Northeastern Beautification Project. Now, Wendy, this is your brainchild, okay?
Yeah, you can call it that.
Yes. So let's talk about this. What inspired you to come up with such a project?
Well, first of all, when I came back to Dominica, I go and come because I'm a singer, right? But on this particular trip, I just looked around and I felt like there's no colors. Everything looks so dull. Mm-hmm. Everything looks so dull. So I'm like, I discussed with my husband. I said, why don't we do something, create something that's gonna attract tourists, and just lift up the place. And then the idea just started growing from there. Mm-hmm. And then we came up with the boxes and putting a palm in the boxes. But then the other problem was financing. So how do we go about financing this project? Mm-hmm. So I have one of my cousins, Elitra, she's very intelligent. She said, why don't you guys adopt a palm? So we're like, that sounds great. Yes. So we put it out there, we put the word out on Facebook, and right away it just catched on like this. Mm-hmm. And people started participating, they started donating, they started, and everybody just got really excited about the project. Mm-hmm. So when we built the first box, that's when the excitement really, and people actually saw it, because that was my aim. Every step of the way, I want people to feel like they are actually a part of what is going on here.
Okay, excellent. We're sitting on one of the boxes there, by the way, and as you can see, it's beautifully done with mortar and stones. Quite a very interesting design, and we're understanding that the palms will be planted inside of those lovely, what do you call them?
We call them palm boxes.
Palm boxes, right? Yes.
It's really made of stone, but we just call them palm boxes to shorten it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've taken a drive throughout the village, and we've seen quite a number of them already erected. Yes. How is the project coming along?
So far, it's coming along great. Of course, there's always headaches when you do things like that, because it's not a small project. And this is just the start. We have other things that we intend to do. So right now it's going along great. It's a lot of hard work, especially for us. We have a team around us, but when you put things together, it's always, you got to do a lot more of the work. So it's like from early in the morning, my husband has to go with some of the guys, get the sand, the stone. We have to get the stone, because everything is found here except the cement. Everything is found naturally here. So we go and we get all those necessary things, and we bring it in for the guys who work on the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so on average, how long does it take to build one?
It takes about a day and a half to build one box. Mm-hmm. So some people work faster than others. Mm-hmm. So one of the guys, he starts it today, and then by the next day he just finishes the back of it or around the footing, and then he gets started on the other one.
Okay. So what has been the response of the villagers, the community residents, to this initiative?
I think the response has been fantastic. In the beginning, they were not sure, because this is something new, right? Yes. So they were not sure what was happening. So we'd explain it to them. But as the boxes start going up, they're like, wow, this is great. They're like, are you guys coming inside of the village? Yes, we're like, yes, we're eventually going to come inside of the village. So the response have been great. And what we do is every other week, we combine it with volunteer. So we do like every other Saturday, we get people from the village to volunteer to do the cleaning up, to do getting some of the stones, and we cook, we have alcohol, we have regular drinks, so it's like a fun thing for a lot of the young boys come out. It's a fun thing for them to do. Yes. So they come out and they have a good time and they get this done. And what we're finding is more and more of the villagers are getting involved, like some of the shops are now donating towards this, not just the diaspora. So that's exciting.
So you're looking to build how many?
A lot.
Yes. So when can we actually see palms being planted in there?
I think in about a month and a half, the palms should be ready to go in.
Yes. So it will be strictly palms?
Yes. In between the boxes, we're going to put beautiful flowers. Our intention is to put different color bougainvilleas. So I know some people said it's a little bit difficult for them to grow, but I've seen them around, so that means they can grow, right? So we intend to put bougainvilleas in between so we could bring up the colors. Like I said, this place lacks so many colors. So it could beautify the place and just make it really pretty. And like my husband described it, look, kind of have that Miami feel to it.
Yes. Now, let's talk about the issue of maintenance. I know in the past, throughout the country, people have tried to do similar projects. And we've had concerns about, stray animals like the goats and the cows come in and eat the plants off, right? How are you going to ensure that we don't have that problem here in Wesley?
Well, we talk to a lot of those people who own those animals and we let them know, and what we do is we try our best to get the community involved. So we get them to help to do the maintenance themselves. So when people do maintenance themselves, then they put more of themselves into it. They themselves will stop some of the people from allowing this to happen, right? And I mean, we're gonna work on getting grants and getting more sponsors and stuff like that, but we're still gonna keep that volunteering spirit involved. As we go along, we're gonna keep it so then people can feel like this is their project. We started it, but really this is the Wesley project, and we're hoping it can spread throughout all of the Northeast.
Okay, excellent. What is the involvement of the Wesley Village Council?
They're very excited. Actually, one of the Village Council members is on the team that we have, and the chairman, he's very excited, he's very pumped. He comes and he actually volunteers as well. When we're doing the volunteering, they actually donated money to this project and they're gonna adopt a tree themselves. So they're very, very excited about this, and they feel like it's something really great for the community.
Now I'm hearing that quite apart from this project for the palms and stuff, you have other ideas.
Of course.
Okay. And recently you started to cut some of the trees overhanging over the river.
That's right.
Leading to the entrance of the community.
Yes.
Why was that necessary for you to do?
I don't know. I grew up here. I mean, I left and I went to Canada, and then I lived in Asia. I lived all over. But before, this river was very central to the life of people here. They would come to wash, they would come to bathe. And then when I came back, I'm like, where's the river? You can't see the river. All the trees covered the river. So I was speaking to my husband. I'm like, I think we need to do some branching, let the river get exposed again. So we started. And then with the help of the volunteers, we got rid of some of the trees, some of them we branched them. So now, and it was kind of dangerous too, because you would be driving from this end and this would be blocked off. You can't see. But now you can drive and you can actually see the vehicle from the other end. And, then a few tourists come, they can actually enjoy our beautiful Londonderry River. They can actually come and have a river bath or just, enjoy, look at the river, because it's a really beautiful river. So now it's a lot more visible. And then, of course, as you leave the river, you come to the Londonderry field. So we're like, okay, because what happened is the school only cleans it when the sports day is coming.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, there's a lot of young people here. There's a huge school, so they need somewhere to play.
Yes.
So I was talking to the school principal, and we're like, okay, let's do this. Let's clean up the field. Let's maintain it so they could play sports all the time. So that's another thing that's added to our plate. So we're going to work on getting it organized and, just things like that. And adding washrooms to the village because there's none when there's events. I don't know where people go, and then we're going to add garbage bins, just a lot of things that's really necessary because we're starting from scratch. So there's a lot of work to do here.
All right. Well, we want to thank you. You're a woman with a blessed heart.
Thank you.
And we want to thank you for your contributions, your major contributions to the communities of Londonderry and Wesley, all in interest of uplifting,
That's right.
And creating an environment that is welcoming.
That's right.
And it's great to know that the villagers have come on board and they're assisting in this initiative, so you don't feel alone. You feel that they are part of it, and so therefore they will assist, they will help to maintain it, and just upkeep the general aesthetics of the community. And I just want to again commend you for that great initiative, and I want to wish you all the best as you continue with this project. Okay, Wendy, I just want to, commend you again for the great work that you're doing with this beautification project. Excellent, quite visionary, great foresight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, quite apart from building the boxes for the palms, right? We have other plans in place. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, the palms, adopting a palm, getting the boxes done. That's like the first phase of what we're doing, and it helps to bring the funds in because people, especially from the diaspora, they've been adopting the palms, and what happens is then we start getting the community to come together.
Yes.
So we in between every other week we have a volunteering session that we do, and everybody come down and they clean up the field, they clean up around the palms, and we're gonna get into planting flowers, painting the bridge, painting the bus stop, stuff like that. But what we really want to get into is to add a few public washrooms, add a few garbage bins, and help to bring tourists into our area, give them a reason to want to stop off in Wesley. And then eventually we hope it spreads all along the northeast. So then we can have a beautiful northeast, because that's right where the airport is. As soon as you get off from the airport, you're right there. So it's good for people coming in to have that first impression of something beautiful, something hygienic, and it needs to tie in with the nature island. So it has to be nature island, but it also has to be beautiful nature island. So
what are some of the other major attributes of the community of Wesley?
Well, Wesley is really it's an agricultural type place. That was our main focus. Hopefully we could get back into that as again. Like I do farming myself.
You do?
Yes, I do.
You farm?
Yes.
What do you farm, Wendy?
I farm pumpkins. My husband and I, we got pumpkins, we got plantains, we got dashis, we got bananas. I grow a lot of vegetables. We sell them in front of our shop.
That's excellent.
Yes, absolutely.
That's wonderful. Woman power. What?
Oh, you bet. Oh, you bet.
Wendy is planting.
Yes.
What?
I put on my boots, I put on my gloves, I have my cutlass, and we head off to our farm and we do our farming.
Way to go.
Yes,
way to
my
go.
dear.
And on top of that, she's got a shop set up to sell the produce. Can you believe
right
that?
there.
That's totally
Absolutely.
awesome. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So Wendy, you're here on an extended vacation,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes,
Your intention is to leave at some point,
Yes.
return to your music career,
Of course.
but you will always come back because
Absolutely.
Wesley is your home.
Yeah. It's my
What
home,
they
it's
say,
my
your
base.
navel string
That's
tied there, right?
It's right there. It's right there. And because we took on this beautification program,
Yes.
then I find that the gigs that I got right around the corner, I had to turn down for the next few months, so at least we could get into it a bit more.
Yes.
And then I could
Yes.
go off, because it's still fresh. It's like a little baby.
Yes.
So it still needs
Yes.
more
Yes.
tendering. So I was supposed to be in Thailand in June, so I had to
Okay.
say okay no to Thailand.
Great. We commend
Yeah.
you. We thank you so much. And
Although
I
I
know
love Thailand.
you
I
do.
love the massage in Thailand.
You'll get back there shortly.
Yeah, the clothes
Yes.
that you can make.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
nice.
make you something next time I go there.
Great, excellent,
Okay.
wonderful. I'm excited about that. Now you're championing this major cause for the beautification
Yes.
project, and you know, with everything, you need money to do
Yes,
that.
Yes, we do.
Are you raising any kind of funds, or are you
Yes.
embarking on any kind of fundraising activities to help with that?
Actually, we are. We're gonna be doing something at our lovely friend's hotel.
Talk to me about that. I'm not doing secrets here.
I'm in another hotel, so I don't wanna. How do you call
It's okay.
that?
It's all good.
At our lovely friend.
It's okay. It's all good.
Anchorage Hotel.
Anchorage Hotel.
Yes,
so you'll
we
be doing
hoping-
something with Anchorage Hotel. That's
right.
great. Yeah.
And last flight as well. So that's gonna be to help to raise funds for our project.
Okay. It's
So
a worthy cause.
It's in the early stages.
Yes.
I'm sure Carla is hearing this. So it's in the it's in the early stages of plan. And while I'm here, I want to try to do a few musical stuff before I go on
Great,
again. And
excellent.
hopefully we also planning on something
Excellent.
something on the field in
Okay.
Londonderry.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But in the absence of your band, how are you going to manage that?
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yes.
So hope I'm speaking to some of my family members in Canada and
Yes.
some people I played music with in Canada. So hopefully we can put something together and maybe a few of the local guys
Okay,
put
great.
together.
Local guys, are you hearing that, right?
That's for the Londonderry,
Yeah,
but
yes.
for the Anchorage one,
yes.
I think Carla is talking to someone about the music.
Okay,
Music.
wonderful. So great things in store for
Absolutely,
Wendy
thank
with the
you.
beautification project, with the singing project,
Yeah.
with her visit back to Indonesia and Thailand and all
Yeah.
the great stuff. And she's gonna hook me up with a nice hairdo
All these
and
things.
you know all these
Nice
great things.
jewelry,
Yes,
nice
nice jewelry, great outfit. You know. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Wendy,
Thank
for joining
you.
me on the
Thank you
Tarnia Green Show. It was indeed a pleasure.
Thanks for having
And
me.
I want to commend you, and I want to congratulate you, and I want to continue to encourage you
Thank
to do your
you.
best. You're beautiful. You're wonderful.
Thank you very
You're
much.
just, you know, we're just so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right?
And also I want to let everybody know
Yes.
that they can sponsor anytime.
Yes.
Lime,
Yes.
Harris Paint,
Yes.
Rudolph Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Please feel free to sponsor the.
Okay, so an appeal has gone out there to
That's
the
right.
corporate community to
That's
support the Northeastern Beautification Organization in their wonderful pursuits down in the northeastern part of Dominica. Thank you
you so
again,
much.
Wendy, for joining me
Thank
on
you,
the show.
Tarnia.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. You're watching the Tarnia Green Show. For the past 2 years, you may have heard about the successful staging of Iron Chef and Island Chef. This year, the competition has added some new dimensions. Event organizer Carla Armour joins me next to break the ice on those exciting plans. Stay with me.
Unlock the secrets of the Nature Isle with the hotel at the heart of Dominica. Whether relaxing or over on business, the Fortium is perfectly placed for all your needs, providing comfort and elegance in every room. Our Palisades restaurant features Caribbean classics reinvented with fresh produce from our hills and our seas that connects with a view to dine for. The Fort Young is the best place to meet on island, providing the widest selection of meeting options. The island is filled with natural bounties and adventurers have been drawn to Dominica for centuries. Fort Young Hotel, the key to Dominica.
If you have any suggestions for the Tanya Green Show, send us an email at thetanyagreenshow@gmail.com or call us at telephone number 617-8811.
Okay, so there's no meat in there. Oh, yum. Oh, nice.
Yes.
I would have ordered one of these if I knew that. Portobello mushroom burger. Okay, way to go.
Yes. Just
With white wine, and
Yes.
caramelized red onions.
Yes, it's a good combination.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yes.
That portobello, white wine and red onions, just cannot beat it. Love that flavor. The smell. I wish.
Welcome back. A few years ago, Carla Armour began an initiative called the Iron Chef Competition as part of Dive Fest activities. Over the past 3 years, the competition has grown and is evolving into a more spectacular event, attracting chefs from all across Dominica. The Iron Chef Competition, staged at the Anchorage Hotel, is the only event which showcases culinary arts here in Dominica. Carla Armour joins me now to talk more about the competition and to disclose plans for the 2015 event. Carla, thank you for joining me on the Tanya Green Show.
Oh, thank you for
It's
having
such
me.
a pleasure to have you. You look stunning.
Well, so do you. I have to try and keep up with you,
Oh
Tanya.
dear goodness, what are you doing?
The normal. Trying to keep up with myself and with Tanya.
Oh.
And I just feel so honored and privileged to be on the Tanya Green Show. I feel like I'm on Oprah or something.
Oh, that's
Yes.
lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
But
you.
you know, I follow your career step by step. I'm just so proud of you, and
Thank you. I try.
Yes.
You know I try.
you're succeeding.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're here to talk about Iron Chef, Island Chef, all these great stuff that you're doing with cuisine and cooking and stuff. What are some of the plans for the 2015 event?
Well, first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to be here on the show here with you. And I'm very, very excited because for this year, we've actually now grown out of the Dive Fest calendar and we're going to be a full 3-day festival on our own.
That's amazing.
Yes,
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have started some conversations with Digicel and some other people that have been sponsoring us from before, because Digicel had partly sponsored us previously with Dive Fest. So I was really excited when I pitched to Natalie, and I realized the scope that was available to us through the Digicel platforms.
Yes.
So what we're really planning for this year is the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of July, which is a week before Dive Fest, is the Nature Island Food and Drink Festival.
So it's no longer going to be called Iron Chef Competition.
Well, actually, the first one we had was Iron Chef.
Yes.
Then it got bigger again.
Yes.
And I thought, you know something, this is growing, so let me just look into the use of this name.
Yes.
And then later, I really wasn't supposed to be using the name Iron Chef because I'd have to buy a franchise.
Okay.
So I turned it into Island Chef. So I currently have an Island Chef champion, Nikki Esprit.
Good.
So that was last year. So what we're doing for the Nature Island Food and Drink Festival is that we're continuing to have the Island Chef, because that will be the culinary competition side of the festival.
Okay.
Okay, so we will continue to have Island Chef competition as usual, and then we're adding other activities to it.
Okay. Because we're having the Nature Island Food and Drink Festival.
Yes.
Okay. So this is going to span throughout a week.
3 days.
3
to
days.
Start with.
3 days,
Hopefully
right?
It'll be a week next year.
Okay. So lead me into that. Day one. What will we be focusing on?
Day one, what we are doing is we're having, first of all, some presentations, symposium style workshops with the top chef, who's, well, at least one. He's going to be our main overall chef. And I am very, very proud to say it will be Chef Carlos Laville. I'm going to get a little choked up because I'm so excited about it. Because Carlos has been away working for over a dozen years,
Yes.
for a long time, and he's based in Toronto.
Is he Dominican?
He is Dominican.
Okay,
He
good,
started here at the Seven Place Hotel, and he is the son of the soil, and he really wants to give back to Dominique. He wants to return to give, you know, not full time. So he's agreed to be our international sort of celebrity guest chef. You know?
Excellent.
So he will be running some workshops during the mornings, and he will also be assisting the judges. We're going to continue to have our head local chef, Ronald Lastafan, will be heading the team of judges.
Great.
So people will be coming in to present their best dishes. Okay? And they will be judged on that.
So you have chefs coming from different restaurants, hotels across Dominica.
Exactly. So what we're going to do, we're going to send out a call for chefs regionally, hopefully internationally, and we're working with different food festivals around the region to let them get their suggestions for chefs to come in, and also the local chefs. So what I would like to do is to have these present, and then we have different categories on the last day come back again to cook off against each other, against the clock, with mystery items like we've done before.
Okay.
So that will happen on the last day, this cook-off with the finalists. So we'll have finalists in the appetizer, finalists in the entree, main course, finalists with ITIL food, I'll talk a little bit about that, finalists with desserts as well, okay? And they will have theme items as well as mystery baskets. So that's day one. So lots of things going on during the day. We'll have our sponsors trade show as usual. So our sponsors will have an opportunity to show off their products so that people can know more about them.
That's great. That's great.
And then we also have some displays and demonstrations going on as well outside of the symposium lectures. Okay. So that's going to be taking place at the Anchorage Hotel, and we have different areas within the hotel that's going to be happening. We're also going to be having...
so everything is going to be centralized around the hotel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then also we're having a wine tasting going on with wine lectures going on. So we'll have an air-conditioned room set aside, like a little suite, so we can have like a dozen people at a time coming in and want to know more about wines. So we'll have the wine sellers here on the island going to be doing these sort of workshops. Okay.
Let me ask you a very
one.
interesting question, right? We talk about food, and when people talk about food, they think about indulging. Are we thinking about incorporating any kind of healthy, aspects to that program? Eating well, choosing the right foods to eat, that kind of thing?
Good that you ask, because day 2 will be our Nature Island ITIL Food and Bush Rum Fest.
Bush rum?
Yes.
Okay,
last
I
time
heard
we
bush
had
rum.
bush rum tasters.
Yes.
So I wanted to make it bigger this time because, again, when Natalie saw the show last year, she said, oh my gosh, this is amazing, we need to do this again. And what we're doing, we're partnering with DSHWA, the Dominica Spa Health and Wellness Association.
You're not?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, we are. Who will be holding their Wellbeing Symposium, which will be the lecture side of it. Wellbeing Symposium going on while they're having their healthy foods presented downstairs, right?
Awesome.
Part of that will be the ITIL food chefs now. I want to get haute cuisine with the ITIL food, veganism, vegetarianism, raw food. I'm going to have a special person coming in talking about handling raw food, processing raw food, producing raw food, organic foods. It's going to be wicked. And I want people to wake up and realize that ITIL food doesn't have to just mean dashing and fig, because a lot of time our Rasta community have been producing amazing ITIL foods, really putting in different techniques into preparing their foods in different ways that are either raw or totally vegan. And a lot of people don't know how fantastic this food is.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, and visitors are mind blown when they come to Dominica and they experience this. So I want to bring that into the event.
Great.
And while this is going on, actually, we're also partnering with Dr. Silk, because he was planning a big fest, ITIL Food Fest, at the Old Mill. So we're going to actually be shuttling people from the lectures to his huge farmers market, music going on. So it's going to be almost like an island-wide. The whole of this southern area is going to be dealing with just food, ITIL food for that day.
Okay.
And if that wasn't enough, look at what we're planning as well. I'm so excited about this, because this is a Nature Island Kids Farm to Table experience. We're bussing kids down to our 2014 Farmer of the Year's farm in Petit Coulibrey, Erica Burnett Biscombe, who's been a judge of ours for 3 years. So she's going to host kids from 7 to 14 down on her farm, learning to harvest, learning to cook, organic stuff. We're going to get organic chickens in as well. And these kids are going to be and we're gonna have a finalist. We're going to get a trophy for our junior kids chef. Yes, I am so excited.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is on. And I think that's why our sponsors are getting really excited. We're trying to get more on, but obviously you need a lot of sponsors for something like this.
Yes.
And then the last day, which is the Saturday, we will have music after the competitions and lots of stuff going on. And also the Friday, we're going to culminate at the Old Mill with a concert. But I don't want to let that out of the bag yet. I want Dr. Silka Sari to come on big with that one. And I hope that maybe next time you'll have him on the show to talk about his ITEL Fest and how he's partnering with us on that. Yeah,
I'm just so excited, Carla, because you're so visionary.
Well,
you had this little baby, a few years ago, 3 years ago.
Well, to be honest with you, I have been traveling for so long. I did my chef certificate. I don't even want to say how long ago. I did that in 1987. So I worked as an executive chef at Anchorage. I've worked as an executive chef at Le Flambeau in Portsmouth many years ago. I've always been interested in food. I've always been working with restaurants. I travel a lot. The first thing I do when I travel is eat. I love food.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm always in people's kitchens, whatever restaurant I go to.
So how do you manage to love food so much and look so great?
That's just it.
Okay, I need the secret. Because I love food too.
I just like to eat something more interesting, I really have had this in the back of my mind for a long time. And I've just been doing it step by step, because obviously you have to crawl before you can walk. And then walk before you can run. So hopefully next year, this will be building up into, and you can say you heard this here first, because we will be partnering with you hopefully, to take it into a television program across the region, finding those chefs that are going to compete here on a week-long festival next year.
Awesome.
So yeah, we hope to launch it with Carlos here in October, and with you and Digicel. So yeah, we're looking at something big for Dominica.
Yes.
Dominica should be the breadbasket of the region. We used to be, and that is my purpose. And I know we can be. I love my country. I am 100% Dominican through and through. Everybody knows that about me. Whoever knows me.
Yes.
And they always sort of roll their eyes. Yeah, it's always about Dominica, isn't it? But it really is. I mean, every time I open my mouth, no matter where I am in the world, where is that accent from? And I have to explain. Dominica, not the Republic. Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean, and that's why I wanted to call it the Nature Island
Food and Drink Festival.
So that it was all centered around the Nature Island and exploring what there is. So hopefully with the next festival, we're going to be looking a lot more events around going to the farms and seeing what has happened with organic farming in Dominica.
Okay, great. Carla Armour said it best. The Nature Island Food and Drink Festival, scheduled to take place in July 2015. Get on board with that, okay? It promises to be spectacular. Thank you so much, Carla, for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much, Tanya.
You're welcome. And that's all the time we have for this episode of the Tarnia Green Show. Today we focus on a few Dominican women with great ambition who are succeeding in their individual pursuits. We hope you enjoyed the show. Before I leave you, I wish to thank my sponsors, the Fortune Hotel and the Diamond Girls Store in Roseville, for supporting the show with their valuable sponsorship. Be sure to join me next time for another exciting show. Remember to like the Tarnia Green Show Facebook page and share with your friends. Until next time, I'm Tarnia Green, reminding you that whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. Thanks for watching.